Well, September is National Preparedness Month. Do you have your family prepared? Amanda Chavez from the American Red Cross is here to talk about preparedness. And first of all, why is it important to be prepared before an emergency hits?
It's important to be prepared in an emergency because it's always a matter of when, not if. So should your family come into an emergency situation, it's important that you've got all of your supplies right there ready to go. So that's the point of our disaster kit.
And you mentioned that all of your supplies, but what are like the top 3 or 4 things you should have in a disaster kit?
Definitely items that are essential for survival. Food, water, a change of clothing. So we've got some of those things laid out here. This is an MRI. It's an emergency food ration.
Which looks terrific.
Yep. It's probably not too tasty, but it will help you survive.
It will keep you alive, and that's the important thing with that. Something else that you have back here is $5.
Yep, $5.
What's this going to get you in a disaster?
Really, we're just trying to reference that you need cash in an emergency. A lot of times your credit cards, debit cards won't work because those machines and the power will be down. So having that cash ready for an emergency will be really essential to get you the next step.
And also, I guess you got to base your disaster kit on your family. If you have an older person living with you, you have medicines to take, you have a baby that needs formula, you've got to think all that and customize your kit to your family.
Yes, exactly. You really want to tailor it to you. For example, I'm wearing glasses right now. In a disaster, I'm going to want to have something for my eyes. People don't really think about that when they're putting together a disaster kit.
Sure.
But having things for the baby, having things for grandma, having things for you, if you wear glasses, if you need a certain medication, making sure that's all in the kit.
Finally, Amanda, how often should you rotate items in and out of this disaster kit? Because I will admit, right here on TV, I have a disaster kit that I made a few years ago, and it's still got the same stuff in it.
All right. I would say looking at that about every 6 months would be a really good idea, making sure those items are still good to go. A lot of your long-term items, you have like dry cereals, that sort of thing, that's going to hold for a long time, but they do expire. So
even water.
Even water, yep. You want to make sure that's nice and fresh.
All right. Amanda, thanks for coming in, and for more information, you can always check out redcross.org. It has all of this information there, plus a lot of other good, useful tips. Well, we might be talking natural disasters and stuff, but it's a whole Hollywood disaster for Miley Cyrus again. We've got your Hollywood Buzz next. It's 6:24.
I'm still not talking to Chad because he hit me in the head with a kickball. Well, September is National Preparedness Month, and with me now is Amanda Chavez from the Red Cross. Now, we have to ask everyone at home, are you truly prepared? So earlier we told everyone kind of what they need to have in their preparedness kit, but there are some extras that everyone at home needs to know before they get everything ready, right?
Right.
What do we need in there?
All right, there's a lot of different things that you can put in here. If you notice up here, we've got a whistle, we have a flashlight, ID, and a radio. It's really important that you're prepared for whatever comes your way. So a lot of those items that you just don't think about would need to be in here. We mentioned earlier, if you have a medical need, that you're going to need to tailor that kit for your specific need.
And so why a whistle? And why would you, I guess that's such a good idea. Would you recommend getting a spare ID?
Yeah, a lot of times people's IDs, important documents are lost. So it's really important to have a backup of all of these things. That way, if there's a fire, if there's a flood, you don't have to worry about recovering those items.
And so why a whistle?
Why a whistle?
Why?
Okay. A lot of times, if your building collapses, you're going to need a way to signal for help. So we've got that whistle in there to kind of let everyone know that we're there and we're safe.
So what would you tell to some people that think making and creating these kits are unnecessary?
I would tell them that we don't know when disasters happen. And a lot of times they really devastate communities. And to survive and really thrive in a disaster, we need to be prepared for them. So that's why they're so essential.
Now, if people need help with making their disaster kit, can they come to the Red Cross?
Yep, we do have disaster kits on sale. You can also, you know, something that we recommend for people is every time you're at the store, just pick up 1 or 2 things and slowly build your disaster kit up.